Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. It's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger. I keep a banger. Y'all know that's a lock. Always got a banger. Y'all know they count. Well, like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure people at work have something to watch every day. I have no problem delivering this content, making sure my truck drivers are straight on the road. I have no problem warning y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, man. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way, man. That's all I need y'all to do is just stay out the way, man. I'm telling y'all good information, man. Staying out the way is great information. I'm telling you, man. Why wouldn't you want to not stay out the way? Staying out the way is finna be the new wave. I'm letting y'all know now. People are getting tired of being criminals. People are getting tired of seeing people go to jail. People are getting tired of seeing jail, period. People that been in jail, it's a lot of us that not going back. Getting in trouble, being wild, being a shooter, being a psycho, doing all those maniac things on the street. It's starting to get old, people. I'm letting you know now, it's starting to get old, man. We got to change it up and we got to fly straight, man. Flying straight is a great life. There's no drama. There's no beef. There's no ops. There's no cops. It's none of these things, man. All you doing is enjoying your life and you growing with your family. That's all you doing, man. You growing with the people that love you. You go to jail, you're going to be around a bunch of people that want to kill you. Why would you want to do that? I'd rather be around my family, y'all. So I'm telling y'all some great information, man. Stay out the way. That's great information, y'all. Just stay out the way, man. Period, man. But like I was saying, it's the Thursday banger. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one right here, man. Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called You Are Not the Father. It's a crazy situation right here, man. It's a crazy situation, man. I was saving this one, but I'm going to go ahead and let this one out the bag right here, man. I'm going to go ahead and let this one out the bag. And for a lot of reasons, I ain't going to be able to say names in this one, y'all, because this is a crazy one right here, man. But in prison, y'all, there's always going to be people, man, that try to get over on the system, man. You know, they put us in there. They tell us we can't have this, we can't do this, we script from this. Everything is taken away from us, man. But at the end of the day, they still have to hire females, man, because they have to have people that work. You would think a prison to have enough guys to be able to work there because it's a guy prison. No, most of the prisons, all of the prisons almost, y'all, it's a lot of females that work there. It's a lot of females that work there, man. And a lot of females come up there to meet guys, man. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what happens in prison. You'll think that a woman that comes to prison, she's going to be scared of the guy. She's going to come do her job, not make eye contact, not lust off these guys, nothing. No, a lot of these females come work in prisons and they get gone. They feel like they found the man of their dreams somehow. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how it makes sense, but I'm letting y'all know this what goes down in prison, man. So with that being said, y'all, we are on Sussex 2 for this story right here, y'all. We are on Sussex 2 for this story, man. And I can remember, man, when they first moved us to 3D, man, from 4 building, we was the first pod to go to 3D. 3D was a no population pod at first. It was all segregation. 3 building is on Sussex 2. It's 4 buildings on Sussex 2. 1 building, 2 building where I started at in 2C, 3 building on the other side, 4 building next to 3 building. Now 3 building is the whole. 3 building got all pods, all 4 pods in that building was segregation, which is the whole. But they end up somehow, something happened in 4 building with the toilets. It was something going on that they had to work on, and they made that pod a population pod, which was 3D. So they moved us from 4 building to 3D. So my pod of 4 building was one of the first pods to actually go to 3D. We opened that joint up, you know what I mean? That was something else that we opened, you know what I mean? 3D, we was the first ones to get there. So I explained in a lot of my stories that 3D was a place that, you know, we had extra, it's not really extra privileges, but we was the only population pod in there. So the administration, the lieutenants, the sergeants, and everything of the building, they had nothing really to worry about because they only had one pod to worry about, which was our pod and population. So like when it came to a unit manager and stuff like that, they only had one pod to worry about, which was our pod. So when we got into that pod, off the rip, they was trying to help everybody adjust. They was putting people in the rooms who they wanted to be in the room with. They was giving people jobs that wanted jobs. Now, a lot of the jobs that they was giving out was people to work in the hole. Now, I went to the job first off the rip because I can remember being in the hole, and I can remember dudes coming back there acting like they were scared to make moves and this and that, this and that. And it used to be hard getting food or cigarettes and stuff like that when you in the hole. I put in the application for the work in the hole because I wanted to be one of those dudes that help people, you know what I mean? Plus, I can run around and make some plays too, all in the same motion, y'all. So I'm thinking about that too. So I wanted to work in the hole. So it was like 3-4 of us that put in the application for that. A lot of people put in the application that I didn't know about, but they only end up hiring 3-4 of us. So I was one of the ones that got hired. It was another dude from Lynchburg that got hired. And there was another dude named Jamie that got hired. Now, I'm not gonna say where Jamie was from, but Jamie was one of these dudes, like he was like quiet, you know what I mean? He moved in the 4 building right before we moved into to 3D. And I met him then. We wasn't cool like that, but once me and him started working in 3D, that's when me and him kind of got cool a little bit, you know what I mean? Because we around each other a little bit more because we always working. So Jamie was the type of dude, like he was quiet, you know what I mean? He didn't press no issue on nobody. He wasn't like a person that, you know, you'll think that, you know what I mean, to be super flamboyant, all in the way, all loud, doing stuff like that. That wasn't who Jamie was. Jamie was more reserved. He was more like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't look like somebody can just try him and it's gonna be nothing, you know what I mean? I ain't giving him none of that. The city he was from, like I think a lot of dudes would have his back, you know what I mean? I think a lot of dudes would rock with him if something would go down, but for the most part, Jamie moved around as just a normal inmate, man. He wasn't in a gang. He wasn't trying to do this to nobody. He wasn't larceny. He wasn't none of these things. So for the most part, he was cool with me. Now, the whole time we was working back there, it was cool. Like everything was moving smooth. You know what I mean? Like it's like at first, you know what I mean? Now they have so many, they already had probably like 2-3 people that they used to get from 4 building to come work back there. You know what I mean? Now they got rid of them and they hired everybody from our pod to work in the hole. So they had main people that work back there. Then they had the people like us. Now, the people like my job, we would go back there, clean floods up. We would go back there, clean the showers. We would clean the pod. You know what I mean? We would do stuff like that. And a lot of those times, if it's cool COs running around and all the tray slots open, I can run around, talk to dudes I ain't seen in a minute, make plays, do whatever I needed to do. So I was taking advantage of working back there in the hole, y'all. Now, Jamie, the whole time, he was taking advantage of working in the hole because on the second shift, it used to be this lady, man. We're gonna call this lady Miss Johnson. Now, Miss Johnson was a sweetheart. I ain't even gonna lie. Miss Johnson gave us no problems. She was one of these people, I'm telling y'all, like, it'll be dudes that probably will stop somebody from beating her up if it was going down in there, man. Like, that's how cool Miss Johnson was. Like, she didn't have no beef with nobody. Like, if she told you to do something and, you know what I mean, it was something that you probably wasn't feeling like doing, like, you couldn't even get mad at her because if she's telling you to do it, that means that probably the sergeant's about to come around or, you know what I mean? Like, she has to cover herself. So dudes wouldn't even get mad when they see her try to enforce certain things when she didn't try to do a lot. Miss Johnson was cool, you know what I mean? She was cool, like, she was cool to the point where, like, I started feeling like I should holler at her, you know what I mean? Because it was like, when we would work, she would walk us back there. So we'll always be in the back of the like, we can leave out of, like, if we got to go to 3C, we can leave out our top tier slider door, which is the top door, back door, and be in 3C. So like sometimes our door be open and then dudes that's working, they roommates, like their doors open. So everybody running around the pod at night and then dudes can run back there to the hole. Why? Because Miss Johnson is working. Miss Johnson either in that booth or on the floor. Wherever she was at, Miss Johnson was cool. Now, I'll say Miss Johnson probably was like 30, 33. She didn't look that old, but she was older than me. You know what I mean? I could tell she was like really, really grown woman status. You know what I mean? So I'll give her in her 30s, early 30s, middle 30s, one of the two like that. But she was just the type of person that would talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Like you would see an old dude up there that used to be in our pod. He'll be talking her to death about nothing. And she'll sit right there, stand right there at the bars, at the booth, and talk to this man. Now, one thing she didn't play was dudes gunning her. She didn't allow that. She told dude, if she see you do that, she gonna scream on you, give you a warning, and then you go into the hole after that. You know what I mean? So I have seen her lock people up for it. I have seen her give people chances because she give you a warning shot. she didn't play people gunning her down. She didn't go for that. But since she's been working over there, like, she's just been like one of the steady officers. She's been the one that kind of like everybody just been used to. And she's working, we running around doing this, doing that when Miss Johnson come on. So the whole time that Miss Johnson was working, like, she'll usually be in the booth first when they let us out after lockdown, because we'll come out after lockdown and work a lot. You know what I mean? So when they let us out after lockdown, she'll be in the booth already. You know what I mean? But sometimes she will be on the floor. So I started noticing that, you know what I mean? I looked up, I seen her at Jamie's cell one day when she was on the floor. Now, I seen this when I'm coming back from the top tier, 3C, you know what I mean? Over in the hole, I come back to my part in 3D, you know what I mean? I look, she's talking to Jamie. Jamie slept in cell 7. If he didn't sleep in cell 7, he slept in cell 8. Jamie slept in cell 8. He slept in cell 8. So as I came down the steps, I got a good view of her just at the side of his door, and she talking to him. But Miss Johnson would talk to a lot of people, you know what I mean? She would talk to a lot of people, so I didn't pay her no mind, y'all. So boom. The next day roll around, I see Jamie. They end up having a flood over in 3B, which was downstairs. So they pop my door and they pop Jamie's door. They usually pop our door for the floods because they knew that we would clean the water up fast. Like, I would tell dudes when I'm in there, because a lot of dudes in the hole flood just to get people back to the hole that work. You know what I mean? Just so they can get something passed. Somebody might need a light. Somebody might need a soup. Somebody might need this. Somebody might need a book. Anything. The police don't supposed to pass nothing. So a lot of the dudes in the hole, they will flood, do a lot of shit just to get the workers back there. So majority of the time when there's a flood, me and Jamie will go back there and we'll knock the joint out. We used to have the little joints, like, it looked like it's a mop stick, but it had the little sharp things. It's flat and it has something that like kind of like curves at an angle, and you push it and it kind of pushes the water perfect. And you like when we go in there, we used to bank the joint, because sometimes it'd be crazy floods. Like, the floods will come from the top tier to the bottom tier. Or if it's on the bottom tier, it'll be water everywhere. Me and bro will come in there and he'll be on that side, and we'll just be scraping it to the little holes down the ground where the little water suck in at. You know what I mean? So we be doing that. I'll tell dudes, wait till I finish. I ain't doing no running. Don't do that. Don't do this. So me and bro back there kicking it. You know what I mean? Me and bro back there kicking it the whole time we were working. You know what I mean? And he like, yo. He like, it's crazy, like, yo, Miss Johnson on me. I'm like, for real? I seen her at your door. He was like, yeah, like, she cool, you know what I mean? He was like, but like, I'm feeling it, Weezy, man. He was like, I really don't be hollering at COs, man. He was like, but she stopped by my door the other day, told me I was cute. You know what I mean? She asked me where I was from. I told her where I was from. She asked me how many kids. You know what I mean? She asked me when I was going home. He was like, the conversation just kept going on. I was like, damn, she was asking some major key questions, you know what I mean? I was like, so what you gonna do? He was like, man, shit, I'm about to see. You know what I mean? So, long story short, just through the span of like a month, Jamie bagged her. He bagged her, y'all, like groceries. He bagged her. Miss Johnson was his. Now, everybody didn't know Miss Johnson messed with Jamie, but if you worked at night and you was somebody in the party that probably know a few things, then you might know, because it's hard to really disguise that, you know what I mean? Now, in the beginning, Jamie wasn't getting no package from Miss Johnson. He definitely wasn't getting no package, you know what I mean? But it was like they was just two peas in a pie. Like, they was inseparable at night. Like, you would see them on a night shift. Bro that pulled up on me and was like, yo, man, look, can you handle that over there today? I'm about to sit at the table and kick it with her, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? He'll sit at the table. I'll come back from the other side. He'll be at the table just chopping it up with the lights off in the pod. You know what I mean? Because it's lockdown time. It's after lockdown time. So, like, lights off, being in the pod, bro at the table just chopping it up with her, putting his work in. You know what I mean? So, like me and a few other people, we kind of got used to the situation. You know what I mean? Like, the whole time, y'all know I be thinking about the sack, I be thinking about this, thinking about that. You know what I mean? But like, bro was from a city. You know what I mean? Like, he had his own motive. And he had his own stuff going on. So like, I didn't push about that, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that's what bro doing. Sometimes you would have dudes that just will bag a woman because they really like the woman and they really want to have sex with the woman, and that's just it. Me personally, I think the sack comes with the relationship, man. Like, we're gonna risk ourselves, let's really risk ourselves for the bag. That's how I'm looking at it. But in this particular situation right here, like, I wasn't like trying to be on bro about nothing. Like, that's my word, y'all. Like, I wasn't even tripping about what he had going on, you know what I mean? Like, I knew for a fact that he had it though. Like, bro, she was his. Like, he was rocking with her the whole time, y'all. So boom. So probably like another month go by, you know what I mean? A little bit more time go by. He's getting more adjusted into the situation, you know what I mean, the whole time. Now, Sussex isn't a big prison, you know what I mean? But it is big enough to know a lot of stuff that's going on with the COs. If this lady mess with this man, or if this lady's married, that's the husband, they got the same last name, so they husbands or brothers or cousins, or however you want to put it. A lot of dudes be knowing that information on susses because that's just how it is. But for Miss Johnson, nobody ever knew that Miss Johnson was married. Now, they were saying now, like from what bro told me, you know what I mean? From what Jamie used to tell me, Jamie told me that she was about to get a divorce. But he said he just found out that her husband, she said they don't even live together or nothing no more. But he said the husband works up here. You know what I mean? I was like, who? I was like, who the hell is the husband? Like, I really wanted to know who the husband was because I'm like, damn, like this is tricky right here. Like, now you can mess with a lady, you can be with a lady, you can do this with a lady, but damn, her husband work here? That's towing the line a little bit, y'all. Like, that's a little bit dangerous. So he like, yeah. He was like, yeah, the nigga work here. You know what I mean? He was like, look. He was like, I don't care though. He was like, I don't care though, because she don't even live with him no more. They about to get a divorce. You know what I mean? I was like, who is it though? He was like, I don't even want to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, bro, who is it, bro? You know what I mean? So we're gonna call this dude C.O. Davis. You know what I mean? We're gonna call this dude C.O. Davis. So he was like C.O. Davis. Now, it just so happened that C.O. Davis just got boosted up to a sergeant. So he was one of these dudes that was on Sussex from the beginning. You know what I mean? Now he's finally made sergeant around this time that I'm talking about. Around this time of year that I'm talking about. So now he's a Sergeant Davis. So when he tell me, I'm like, Sergeant Davis? He was like, oh yeah, he is a sergeant. He just got his stripes. He was like, yeah, this bitch ass. I'm like, yo, bro, that nigga police, bro. I was like, bro, you better watch out for that nigga, bro. Don't let nobody. I said, bro, I hope you ain't telling niggas. He was like, I don't tell nobody shit. You know what I mean? So he kind of just blew it off that she got a nigga, you know what I mean? So like, everything was straight. Like, that was going on. Like, bro was really towing the line by, you know what I mean? That's how I was looking at it. But like, you know, Jamie didn't care. This was his decision. He got to do what he got to do, y'all. So boom. Goddamn, time going on a little bit. This is one of the dudes that I seen had a decent little run with a woman, you know what I mean? Somebody asked me what was the longest run that I seen. This was one of them, you know what I mean? Because he was messing with her for like almost a year now. Like, this is what it is. Like, and I know for a fact now that Jamie's having sex with this lady now. The only reason I say that, because I never saw it, but the only reason I say that is because I would see this man come from the back. Like, sometimes, like, you know, when we come out and work, we'll come out, they'll count like, what, we lock down at 9:30. I think we locked down 9:30 or 9 o'clock, one of the two. But after count is over with, it's probably after 10. So they will let the workers out, the pod workers and the workers in the hole out. So it'll be dudes out in the pod, the lights will be off. That'll be going on. Now, you're supposed to work, do your thing, take a shower before count. Count is like at 1:30, 1:15 or something like that. So you're supposed to do your work, get your shower, go back in the cell. Now, the lady, Miss Johnson, like she will get bro dope pop afterwards for him to come and take a shower. Like, he would work but wait to take his shower late night. Now, I seen this happen a lot. Sometimes you might work and they'll come in there and be like, yo, it's count time. You're like, oh man, I ain't get my shower. Just let me out after count real quick. They'll do that. You know what I mean? I have seen that happen, but I seen Jamie doing being popped a lot after that. Now, that's when I was thinking that he has to be having sex with this lady now. Like, she's letting him out late. He's doing this, he's doing that. You know what I mean? So I ain't paying no mind. Next day, we come out. Nigga Jamie pull up on me. He was like, yo, Weezy, let me holler at you. I'm like, what's up? He was like, come in the cell. So I never been in his cell. Dudes be 229 in people's cells on Sussex, but it usually be somebody that you really rock with like that. I had rocked with him, but I never been in his room. So I'm like, what's up? What do you mean? He like, come in. I go in the room, he put the cut up. Throw the cut up. I'm like, what's up? He went back to like his laundry bag. He came back out. He put some weed on the table. You know what I mean? He was like, look, how much you think this is if you got to eyeball it? I looked at it. I was like, bro, that look like a zip, bro. That like an ounce. He was like, for real? He was like, that's what she said it is. He was like, but nah, she smoked. He was like, nah, I told her bring me anything. You know what I mean? He was like, she brought me this. You know what I mean? He was like, but she want me to be careful though. She don't want me to sell it. She don't want me to, you know what I mean? Like, to be messing around, have a dude, you know what I mean? And calling me, I'm all at the door, my name ringing, because everybody gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? He was like, but I still gotta make some money. He was like, but look, can you sell it for me, Weezy? He was like, man, please, man. He was like, you sell it, bro. We can split it 50-50. He was like, I just got to get rid of this. You know what I mean? He was like, I smoke a little bit. He was like, that's all I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to mess this up, what I got going on. He was like, bro, I'm fucking her and everything, bro. I wanted to say, bro, that's too much information. But like, he said it. Word, he said it, yo. He was like, yo, I'm hitting her and everything. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, yo, bro, what you trying to get off this joint? You want commissary? Like, he was like, I want money. You know what I mean? He was like, whoever buy it, they can sell it with commissary. He was like, I got commissary. He opened his box up. He was like, I got commissary. She makes sure I'm straight. He was like, she put $100 on my book, so every week, he was like, I'm straight. I ain't gotta get no commissary. He was like, I want the money. So I'm like, all right, look, bro, I'm gonna try to sell the jars. Like the most I probably can get. It's probably like 800 at the most, you know what I mean? I was like, so just bring you 4? He was like, yeah, just bring me 4, bro. He was like, she gonna bring it, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. So he gave me the work. I start trapping the work, y'all. I'm out there trapping the work. You know what I mean? I come back in the room, show I sell it. They sell it like, where you get that from? I'm like, don't worry about it. Start trapping that work. I'm bagging up. You know what I mean? I come out, let niggas know I got the weed. Let niggas know I got the weed. So I trap the weed out for them, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I trap the weed out for them. It's going good. But like, you have so many nosy dudes in the pod. Like, dudes are so nosy in the pod, they'll try to figure everything out just because they're nosy. You know what I mean? I'm nosy, but I don't really be trying to figure out a dude move. You know what I mean? Now, if there's a situation going on, I'm gonna observe the situation, but I'm not trying to figure out everything. Now, me and bro always talk. I was trying my hardest to really talk to Jamie, like outside of like when we, you know what I mean? We're not out working at night, but you know, being out there, sometimes we out at Empire Rec, bro will pull up on me. We'll kick it, you know what I mean? He'll kind of ask me what's going on. I'm telling him, you know what I mean? This normal activity. So it's people from his city that's watching this the whole time. They're watching this the whole time. They see I got the weed. They're putting 2 and 2 together. They know bro got Miss Johnson. So people are just being nosy. So I ain't paying no mind, you know what I mean? So everything going smooth with it. I'm still plucking it out. I'm plucking it out, making money, getting to the bag. You know what I mean? Almost done. And I sold probably about 400-500 of it. You know what I mean? I kept me 100 to the side just to smoke. I kept me like 8 spoons. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna sell 300. I'm smoking 100. That's a lot. You know what I mean? So this was a free play for me. This was one of my free plays out my bed that I went through, y'all, like a free play. So it was a great time for me. Like, this was sweet. I didn't know Miss Johnson was bringing it. He told me Miss Johnson was bringing it. I'm just trying to make sure everything stay copacetic, but she can keep bringing it, y'all. You feel me? So I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of like might know what's going on. Everybody kind of might not know what's going on. It depends if you nosy as shit. So I go to the sale. Goddamn, put my shit up. You know what I mean? Came back out in the pod. Came back downstairs and shit. Dude from the city pull up on me. Nigga named Richard. He pull up on me and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's up? He like, what's up? He like, hey, you get that weed from one building? Or you like, where you get that weed from? Only reason in Madison, because they got some garbage in one building. Like, dudes will come like that and try to pick you and try to find out information. But I got that hater blocker, that force shield. So he talking that shit like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Hey, they got the weed in one building. I'm just trying to make sure if I grab it from one building, you got the same shit from one building. I'm like, nah, I ain't got the same shit from one building, bro. This some different shit. He like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He was like, oh, so you got some of that shit that goddamn Jamie be smoking. And I kind of paused, but I caught myself on the pause. I was like, I mean, he bought some, you know what I mean? He was like, oh, he was kind of old dude. He was like, why? He slid off, but he tried to pick my dumb ass, you know what I mean? He tried to come get information. He tried to come see what he know, because the whole time I'm thinking him and Jamie is probably having like a slight little situation, because he's feeling like he wanted Jamie to get the package, you know what I mean? Like, Jamie was looking at it like nobody's gonna make him get the package, and that's the reason why he came to me to sell the package, because he was trying to duck the dudes from his town. So I ain't pay that no mind either. Jamie keep doing him. He's still nailing the lady. He's still doing this. He's still doing that. We locked down one day. We in a cell. We locked down. Goddamn. Out of nowhere, y'all. Niggas like, police about to come in this jump. Police in the solid port. They hit the jump. Boom. We in a cell. Everybody looking. You know what I mean? I look. When I see dudes coming in, it was like 4 COs come in. Then I seen Mr. Davis, Sergeant Davis. He come in. He ain't even a sergeant in our building. We got a sergeant in 3D. He come in. I see him walk in, kind of big dude, a little short, brown skinned nigga. He come walking in. You know what I mean? When he walked in, I promise y'all, he looked right. I'm on the door watching where they going at. You know what I mean? I'm looking. He walked right in. They going straight towards the bottom tier. But when he walked in, he looked right up at me. He was like, I seen him. I was like, oh, shit, back up. Them niggas go straight to goddamn bro cell 8. They going at y'all. They tossing shit, you know, they count, they tear shit up. You know what I mean? Bro don't know what's going on, but these are the situations that happen when you mess with a woman in prison. Like, it's hard to hide it. Like, people are gonna find out. It's hard to hide the information. So they wearing there, told bro shit up. Bro ain't got nothing in it though. Bro ain't got shit, you know what I mean? They come up empty. They come up with a blank. They come up with a blank in the junk. So the nigga Jamie out there handcuffed. Him and his roommate was sitting at the table handcuffed. You know what I mean? So the dude, her husband, the lady, Miss Johnson's husband, he's standing right beside him at the table, you know what I mean? And he's standing there, and I can see them kind of having a conversation and shit, like, not really like a loud conversation, but he got his hand in his pockets and he watching them while they shaking him down. He the one watching the niggas. Jamie and his roommate, he's standing there, he like, yeah, they talking this shit like, yeah. So, goddamn, them niggas went, they shook his shit down, they didn't come up with nothing. They slid, you know what I mean? Goddamn. Later on that night, I ain't talking to Jamie none of that day. I was like, I ain't saying shit to that nigga. Told that nigga this shit was gonna get crazy. I waited till we came out for the night work. You know what I mean? The same time we come out for night work, Miss Johnson is working. You know what I mean? She's working. So at first, I let him talk to her for a minute. Then I waited, found out, yo, bro. Caught that nigga in the back door. I was like, hey, bro, the fuck? What that nigga was talking about, bro? You know that was her husband and shit? He was like, yeah. He laughing about it. He like, yeah, fuck that nigga. I'm like, what that nigga say? He like, man, shh. That nigga like, yeah, don't think, he said, that nigga told me straight up, don't think everything is secret in here. Don't think everything is secret in here. We know everything in here. We call Jamie last name. We know everything in here. I was like, what the fuck you think he talking about? He was like, man, somebody hating. He said, just like always, bro. He said, somebody hating, man. You know how I go. Somebody is hating. As soon as he said that, first thing came to my mind was his homeboy from his city. I said, yo, look, I'm gonna tell you this, because I don't give a fuck with dude. You know what I mean? I said, but look, earlier, dude pulled up on me asking me, did I have some weed in one building? Did I get it from one building? Because he trying to find out, because he don't like that weed in one building. He trying to come with some old, goddamn, trying to throw a play out thinking I wasn't gonna catch it. You know what I mean? So he was like, what you tell him? I said, no, I told him, goddamn, no, this different weed. I said, when I told him that, he asked, did you have the same weed? I was like, it threw me off. I was like, it threw me off, bro. But I told him that, you know what I mean? You bought something. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that nigga mad. He was like, that nigga mad. He want me to bring this dope in. He was like, I ain't get my girl to bring no dope in. He was like, she ain't even want to bring me the weed. She just want me to get some money if I want to be broke all the damn time. I was like, yo, so like, dude be hating. That's on him, man. I was like, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. I was like, but look, bro, as soon as that happened, after me and him had a conversation, I said, the next day now, look what happened, bro. He was like, oh, hating ass niggas, man. These niggas whack as a bitch. So he dipped and we'll go back and start talking to Miss Johnson. You know what I mean? So I still had a little bit of weed. They didn't come shake me down. They shook bro down. You know what I mean? So I still got a little bit of weed. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still in there trying to bubble a little bit. I'm trying to do this and trying to do that. Everything's straight. Now the whole time that Jamie's been talking to Miss Johnson, the other person that used to be working with her, which is he'll be in the booth or she'll be in the booth, but it used to be this young boy, man, that used to work on Sussex. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to put him in this, but he was one of the young dudes that used to work that was dumb cool too. Like that whole shift was cool. Now the dude that used to work with Miss Johnson, man, like he was cool to the point where he'll probably hold Miss Johnson down while she got them giving bro some pussy. You know what I mean? Like that's how cool he was. So like when he's working, he'll know what's going on. Now he definitely one of these dudes that we felt like we can trust to let us know if it's some BS about to come our way. I really think he would warn us. That's how cool this CO that I'm talking about was. Yeah, he was a CO, but he used to play dumb fail. You know what I mean? Like he used to let me run around the hole. He didn't care. When he'd be on the floor, I could run all over the place. He didn't care about it, man. So Miss Johnson used to rock with him dumb hard. She used to rock with him dumb hard. Now that Miss Johnson rock with him dumb hard, he rocks with Jamie dumb hard. So I have seen Jamie like give this nigga food, like Jamie get a nigga honey buns and chips, and like he done fed this dude, like dude rock with him. You know what I mean? The CO dude rock with him, man. The CO dude rock with him dumb hard. So after Jamie finished working, you know what I mean? He go back and start talking to Miss Johnson. I see the young dude pull up on me, wait, what you got going on? I'm like, I ain't doing shit, man. I was like, man, damn, they running down on people and shit now, man. Shit crazy. He was like, man, shit. He was like, man, look. He was like, look, I don't know how her husband found out. He was like, but that's what they saying. I told him, he called Miss Johnson real name. He was like, I told Miss Johnson that the dudes, you know what I mean? The dudes, COs, that's what they saying, that she over here messing with Jamie, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, the CO know? He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I don't know how, but the COs know. So I'm like, damn, like, dudes can't do nothing, man. Dudes will mess a wet dream up. Like, he had a good situation. I ain't even gonna lie, because bro wasn't a flamboyant dude. He wasn't a dude that was trying to do nothing. Even when he got the package, he gave it to me to sell. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing all the right things that you're supposed to do. Like, he's not trying to move crazy or try to do retarded stuff like Jamie moving right. You know what I mean? But the CO put that bug in my hand and was like, yo, like, you know what I mean? He know. So I was like, damn, so is he telling me this? I'm like, yo, Jamie, you told Jamie? He was like, Miss Johnson told him. You know what I mean? He was like, she told him. You know what I mean? He was like, he know. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. So that's why dude came over here with the Shakedown crew. He ain't had nothing to do with he and our building or nothing. But that's why he came. He was like, yeah, that's why he came. I was like, so what you think the outcome of this gonna be, bro? Like, you know what I mean? He was like, shh. Man, I don't know, man. He was like, I don't know, man. He's like, all I know is this though. He was like, Miss Johnson really loved Jamie. You know what I mean? He was like, she ain't with dude. You know what I mean? They ain't together. You know, they still probably mess around. He was like, but they not together though. He was like, Miss Johnson really loved Jamie. You know what I mean? He said, that's what I can say. So after me and him kicked it, right before he was about to peel off, Jamie got up. Miss Johnson had to shoot out the pod. When she shot out the pod, goddamn, the dude left. When the dude left, Jamie pulled up on me. And I tell Jamie what dude just said, but he already knew. He was like, yeah, I know. He was like, yeah, I've been. He was like, yeah, she told me. You know what I mean? He was like, but the only reason they know is because somebody hating on me. He said, that's why I'm so nonchalant about it, because there's nothing I can do about hate. He said, what you want me to do about hate? You know what I mean? He said, I can't stop messing with her now. You know what I mean? He said, bro, we doing it, bro. Like, we having sex, bro. Like, I love her, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, bro, she gonna wait for me when I get out. He was like, bro, if I get transferred, she gonna quit this job. You know what I mean? I was like, hell no. He was like, bro, she don't need this job. He was like, bro, her parents died, bro, left her money. He was like, she worked this job just to have something to do, bro. I was like, damn. So he was like, yeah, bro, like if I dip, she gonna quit, bro, just so she can come see me at my next spot. And that's the rules. Like if you meet a CO and you bag a CO, like, and she quit her job, she can come see you, not at that prison, but if you ever go to another prison, you know what I mean? She can come see you. But I have seen that several times. It's crazy, y'all. So he telling me to count. And like, I'm like, yo, so like, you gonna try to, you know what I mean? We gonna try to strike again? Like, what you gonna try to do? Now I'm asking about that. I was like, yo, I ain't got number like 100 left of that stuff. So I'm like, look, you know what I mean? We gonna try to make another play, or is it, you know what I mean? What you gonna do? He was like, nah, he's like, I'm saying we could try to make another play, man. He was like, but that money you gave me, like, for real, I'm just gonna tell her to keep that. He was like, she just bought me the weed, like, you know what I mean? He was like, I'm just gonna tell her to hold that for me. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm gonna let it die down. He said, you know, since we just got shook down, I'm gonna let it die down, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know where her hating ass ex-husband, I don't know what he got going on. So I'm just gonna let it die down, bro, till we can find out what's wet. Once we find out what's wet, then goddamn, we can, you know what I mean, do something. I was like, that's what's up, bro. I was like, I'm about to dip though, bro. I'm about to go back in the cell, man. I was like, I ain't got nothing to run around for tonight. He was like, yeah, I'm about to try to fuck Miss Johnson. I was like, man, your ass crazy, but I slid. I dipped, y'all, so boom. Goddamn. I say 4 days go by. 4 days go by. You know what I mean? I told y'all I kept some of the weed to smoke. I didn't sell all my weed. I kept some to smoke. So I still have some weed, even though the pack was gone. I still got some weed, you know what I mean? So I'm chilling in the cell one day. You know what I mean? I'm chilling, relaxing, minding my own damn business. Ain't doing nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? Relaxing. I ain't doing nothing. Chilling in that bitch, man. It's my word. Goddamn, I see somebody's arm come by my window. I'm like, yo! Jamie, he stick his head around, pause. Goddamn. I'm like, oh shit. He was like, come out, bro. I'm like, all right, get me out of cell break. He's like, all right. So I keep watching TV. I hear him say, cell break. My door pops. So I guess he told the lady to move me up. I come out. You know what I mean? I come out there and come down the steps. Go holler at bro. You know what I mean? Pull up on him. What's up? He like, yo, goddamn. I'm thinking he about to talk about, we about to get this package again. That's what I'm talking about. He like, yo. I'm like, oh, we about to strike again? He was like, nah, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. I was like, bro, listen. I'm like, listen, man, you got to strike again. He was like, hold on, look, matter of fact, before I tell you what I'm gonna tell you, he was like, you got some weed? I was like, yeah. I was like, but you ain't got no more weed? He was like, nah. I said, bro, we need to get some more weed, bro. I got some weed, bro. He was like, man, I need some weed, bro. I was like, all right, so like, you can go smoke on the top tier sometimes. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is around the time right before they was about to call outside rec. So I'm like, let's go smoke on the top tier. Because you can go like in the back by 34. It was a trash can to sit through that little turn breezeway area I tell y'all about. That's about 34 by the showers. And you can just sit behind the trash can and you can just smoke weed. That's how dudes used to do in every part on Sussex too. So I'm like, let's go upstairs and smoke. So as I say that, they say stand by for outside rec. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's go out. We might as well go outside and smoke, bro. We got the yard. You know what I mean? The big yard. He was like, Now, Jamie didn't go outside a lot. You know what I mean? Why? Because a lot of people from his city were barracudas, maniacs. They were on his damn top. They were cyborgs, goddammit. So he would try to duck all these dudes, even though everybody knew his business. You know what I mean? So we go outside. Me and him walking laps. He ain't from my city, but dudes know I kick it with him. We walking laps. We post up like way in the cut, all the way in the back, and we smoking. You know what I mean? So we kicking it. He like, hit the weed, like, he like, yo, this shit crazy, man. He was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Weezy, man. I was like, what you mean you don't know what you gonna do, bro? Like, what you talking about? Like, you talking about getting the package? You don't know what you gonna do? He was like, nah, hell no. Shit, crazy, Weezy, man. Goddamn, man, bro, you ain't gonna believe this, bro. I'm like, what? He was like, man, Miss Johnson pregnant.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your